Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. RCAF USA is requesting the approval to add ivermectin as an oral feed-through in livestock to protect against New World screwworm. The organization noted that this control method has been successfully used to combat the spread of cattle fever tick. The group's Animal Health Committee Chair, R.M. Thornsberry, also wrote that until an adequate response with gamma-ray irradiation of male screwworm flies can be implemented, the feeding of ivermectin is a very real defense. Their request for a swift approval of the ivermectin feed-through came with concern after the false report of NWS in Missouri. Stephen Vaden has been confirmed as Deputy Secretary of the U.S. Department of Agriculture and David Fatui as the Deputy Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency. NCBA VP of Government Affairs Ethan Lane says that the cattle industry is thrilled about these two nominees and to continue swiftly confirming key nominees across the administration. Montana Department of Agriculture Director Jillien Streit is currently on a USDA trade mission to Lima, Peru. The trip is aimed at expanding market access and increasing U.S. agricultural exports to reduce the $3.66 billion trade deficit with Peru. Led by Foreign Ag Service Administrator Daniel Whitley, the mission includes over 50 agribusinesses, trade groups, and officials from 5 state ag departments, including representatives from Montana, of course, Maryland, Indiana, Georgia, and Wisconsin. Peru is the 4th largest market for U.S. ag exports in South America. The mission underway features business meetings, market briefings, and networking events to foster new partnerships and drive export growth. And another ag alert from MSU Extension to remind growers to be on the lookout for wheat streak mosaic in small grain crops, mostly wheat, that's showing up again in the Golden Triangle. Wheat streak mosaic, WSM, is a viral disease spread by the wind-dispersed wheat curl mite. MSU recommends avoiding further inputs like fertilizer and irrigation and delaying herbicide termination to prevent mite dispersal. To prevent outbreaks, delay fall wheat planting and use resistant varieties like Brawl CL+. Contact MSU Extension for more information. We'll be back with the markets after this.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Talking with someone that you know is stressed out, those are difficult things to approach, but if you're good friends with those people, reach out and say, I'm here to talk to you. We can find somewhere to get some assistance. It's hard to get involved, but at the same time, you want to just say, hey, there is help available.
For more tips in dealing with stress in agriculture or for free counseling for egg producers, visit beyondtheweather.com.
Thanks for joining us back for the markets. Well, weakness settled into the cattle market on Wednesday, with feeders leading the board lower. Light cash cattle trade on Tuesday helped push the futures higher midday in the previous session, with trade $5 higher compared to last week. Cash trade took place earlier than usual, so we'll have to see if that sets the trend for the rest of the week. Box beef prices had a huge jump. Choice cuts up $4.50, right under $3.72. Starting off in central Montana for the local auctions, Lewistown kicked off their summer sales with 600 head going through the ring. The top end of slaughter cows sold at $165 to $175, over half of the bunch selling for over $160. Young cows were in high demand as well, trading at $168 up to $289. And for the wheat markets, they were mixed on Wednesday, but more positive than previous sessions. The upcoming WASDE report is expected to show wheat stocks and production slightly higher than last month. Harvest in hard red wheat areas is progressing, but rain may slow it down while warmer weather is helping crops mature. Spring wheat is also catching up after a slow start. European wheat remains mostly flat with little new information from the Black Sea region. Weekly export sales are projected between 300,000 and 450,000 metric tons. That's it for Northern Ag TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Grace McDonald.